The 41st District Soccer Tournament will continue. Girls edition, Frankfort Christian taking on Great Crossing here at the Bird's Nest in Scott County. That's coming up next here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
So I don't want to go with it.
Oop. Okay. Welcome back, folks. As we mentioned just a few seconds earlier, Frankfort Christian, and I don't think they've ever progressed this deep in the tournament before, will be taking on Great Crossing. Frankfort Christian, Lady Royals, has they've had a pretty good year. They're 7-8-1 on the season. But John Piesheimer, Great Crossing, 11-3-1. They've got their work cut out for them here.
Yeah, that's an impressive record that Great Crossing has put up this season, and it's impressive on the back of some really impressive scoring numbers and assisting numbers, particularly from number 18, Kendall Crump, who has 19 goals coming into this game. 19 goals in 15 games played. That is, I mean, do the math. It's a fantastic return on, that's a 1.3 goals a game, and anytime you can have that sort of in the bank as a coach, you know you're going to win a lot of soccer games. So tall order for Frankfort Christian. We should give them a little bit of credit for winning the play-in game last night against Western Hills to punch their ticket to this round. So, you know what? Roll the ball out there. Anything can happen.
They played Hills twice this year and beat them twice. Last night, of course, and about a month ago, they defeated Western Hills at Western Hills 2-0. But when they took on Great Crossing, they took it on the chin. 8-0 was the score back on September 16th. We're going to step aside here and introduce you to our sponsors tonight. We appreciate them very much, and we'll come back and talk some more soccer when we return here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by David Tolles Auto Pro Tire and Auto Service, a full-service auto repair shop servicing all models. 2 locations to serve your automotive needs. Call 502-352-2988 for an appointment or go to davidtollsautopros.com.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Serafini. Serafini is proud to sponsor Game of the Week and wishes all teams a great season. Join us at Serafini for lunch or dinner to enjoy mouth-watering daily specials, pastas, and salads. Come see us for a premier dining experience where great food, drinks, and company come together. 243 Broadway Street, 502-875-5599. Call David Tolles Auto Pro for all your automotive needs. Don't let your car keep you from making important plans. Take it to David Tolles Auto Pro, 515 Duncan Road and 1348 Versailles Road.
Welcome to Serafini, where dining is an experience. From our friendly service to our mouth-watering daily specials, pastas, and salads, to our made-to-order, carefully crafted cocktails. Our goal is to give you a relaxing, casual atmosphere to enjoy lunch or dinner in historic downtown Frankfort. We also have a private dining room available for wedding rehearsals, private dinners, cocktail parties, or any other function. Visit us today at Serafini, where great food, drinks, and company come together.
Welcome back, folks, to the Bird's Nest, the home field for Great Crossing High School here in Scott County. The only team in the district not located in Franklin County. Clint Goins and John Piesheimer with you here. Now, John, before the break, you talked a little bit about Kendall Crump and just a freshman and scoring, how many did you say, 18 goals on the year?
19 goals on the year, along with 8 assists, so she's really doing a little bit of everything.
Well, let me tell you about Frankfort Christian's goal scorer. That's Abby Moore. Abby Moore has 20 goals.
Wow.
In just 15 games with 6 assists. So those will definitely be some players to watch tonight. Abby Moore wears number 7 for Frankfort Christian, and Kendall Crump will be wearing number 18. Kendall Crump has a sister too,
Cameron Crump.
And Kaylin Crump. Kaylin Crump, not too shabby either, of a ball player. I highlighted her, and I've forgotten why exactly. I highlighted her. Maybe she scored a bunch of goals too. Let me see here.
Yep, she has 7 on the season.
She has 7. She's in 3rd place for her team. So we're hoping for a good match here. There's a look at the Royals team, and Ellie Gilbert is a starter, number 14, number 9, Caitlin Gilbert. In the goal will be number 4, Ella Hansen. Lorelei Jones, a sophomore, number 6. Number 8, Aubrey McReynolds. Number 7 is the aforementioned Abby Moore. Meredith Murphy wears number 11. Number 3 is Abriana Sutherland. And 18 is Isabella Sweezy. They are coached by Daniel Moore.
Sweezy for you to say. Just getting it all out now.
Now we'll try to look here. Hannah Baird is the goalie for Gray Crossing. Number 3, Seaton Hawkins-Smith. Number 4, Finley Eisen. Number 7, Tori Skaggs. 10 is Kaylee Tyson. 12 was Cameron Crump. Julia Baker is 32. Catching them here as I can. They named a 40. I don't think I have a. Yeah, there we go. Holly Gordon is number 40, and I missed one. I'm sure of it.
0 is our goalkeeper for the Gray Crossing Warhawks.
They're coached by Trevor Klein, and as I said earlier, they are 11-3-1. Their losses came to Bishop Brossart, the second game of the season. They lost to Henry Clay, and then they also lost to Scott County. The Henry Clay and Scott County losses were by 1 point, but they lost to Bishop Brossart 2-4, and they tied West Jessamine at West Jessamine.
And I just have to say, you know, we've had Frankfort Christian in the 41st District for a couple of years now. It's great to see them in with the other teams in the tournament. Of course, you know, from Western Hills perspective, you never want to be the team on the wrong side of that, but I think overall for the district, having 5 teams and, you know, being competitive with all these teams, that's a really, it's really cool to see.
It's a big step up. It's a big step up. You want, you know, you want like the boys game that we just saw. I mean, the boys 41st District, very tight. I mean, there's not a hair's difference between all 4 of the teams playing in that tournament, and we just saw the number 4 seed, Frankfort High, knock off the number 1 seed, Western Hills.
And Frankfort, again, going back to Frankfort High on our side right now, the girls' side, the Frankfort High Lady Panthers, of course, punching their ticket to the championship game last night in our nightcap, 2-0 over top of Franklin County.
And I believe, I think, I don't know, I haven't researched it, but I think that's the first time Frankfort High has progressed to the championship game of this soccer tournament. I could be wrong, but if it's happened before, it's been several years ago.
So we've got a debut by the Royals in this level of the tournament. We've got Frankfort High making it to the final game, and You know, the presumptive favorite here, if you just look at the size of the roster and the records, would be Great Crossing, but we'll see what the Royals can do there. This should be interesting.
Number 24, Meredith Turner. She's the one that I missed, starting for Great Crossing.
Of course, we've seen Great Crossing in the district for a couple of years, and some impressive teams that they've put out, especially on the girls' side of the bracket.
They have been in the district championship game every year the school has been in existence. So that really says something.
And that'll be Kendall Crump, the freshman, standing over the ball to start us off here.
But the Lady Royals will have their work cut out for them. When they played Great Crossing last month, they took it on the chin pretty bad, 8-0. So they will want to keep possession as much as they possibly can. Keeps it out of the, I say hands, but it's not the hands, out of the feet of the Lady Warhawks.
The rhetorical hands. Great Crossing really showing us a lot of what they did the last time we saw them, which is, you know, just a lot of communication, a lot of passing, just setting up those, you know, it's kind of the most basic way to play, but setting up those triangles, always having at least 2 places to go with the ball. And we saw a lot of communication between them, and you know, before, just communication between players and just really playing in sync. And, you know, we're, of course, very early on, but by the looks of it, they've just kind of picked up right where they left off.
Meredith Murphy is going to throw it in for the Lady Royals.
Yeah, the Lady Royals not only making the semifinal round of the tournament here, but also, if you could look up and down this roster, still very, very young. Only, as far as I see, we have 4 juniors, but only 2 seniors on this team. The rest are sophomores and freshmen, so if they're already advancing into the tournament proper, then really, you know, things are on the up, and, you know, the upward trajectory is real for this Royals team.
That's cleared out by Ellie Gilbert, a freshman for TFCA.
And look, I think they're really having fun with it too. You could tell kind of before the game they were just really, really excited to be playing for yet another night together.
Oh yeah.
And that's fun to see.
And you mentioned the youth. I mean, on the pitch tonight, the 2 leading scorers, one's a freshman, Crump, and Moore is just a sophomore for the Lady Royals. So this is going to bring up a corner kick as we look in the goal at Ella Hansen.
And 2 of the 3 goalkeepers for this Royals team who have spent time in the goal for them are freshmen. Or excuse me, there's 1 junior and 1 sophomore. Or 1 junior and 1 freshman, rather. I was mixing up Aubriana and Aubrey on my roster. You can blame my printer struggles of the week for that.
Yes, John got a new printer today, and apparently it doesn't know what the color green is.
Hey, but I got $10 off, so maybe those an even trade.
There you go. There you go. Lady Warhawks seem to be controlling the ball.
Can I say too? I really like the color scheme of that Lady Warhawks top. The whole outfit, the green and the blue on each other, especially at night, I think looks really sharp.
Good cross.
That was almost an own goal.
It almost was. Ella Hansen, though, they're able to scoop it up for the Lady Royals. And that goal kick, not what she wanted, perhaps. And that's going to be a throw-in for Lady Warhawks.
Yeah, Lady Warhawks still just trying to kind of get out of first gear here. But we've seen what they can do, and you know, Frankfort Christian has seen what they can do, considering last time these two teams played. Clint, you went through it a little bit at the beginning, 8-0, the score line in favor of Great Crossings. So Frankfort Christian definitely wanting to make a little better account of themselves tonight, at the very least.
Can the Warhawks track it down? No, they cannot. It'll be a goal kick for TFCA. Here's another look at the save, the own goal save. A little bit of a kick that time by Hansen, but the Warhawks quickly get it back. Cleared out by the Royals. It'll be a throw-in near the corner. I think that's number 7, Tori Skaggs, for Great Crossing. Turner throws it in, and let's go out of bounds. Throw in for the Royals now. Well, the free kick. I did not see that coming. Julia Baker, throw in TFCA. Nice throw. Oh, kicked out of bounds though, unfortunately, by Abby Moore.
Yeah, the Lady Warhawks really just kind of having a couple of minutes here of not being able to sort of get in sync like we've seen them play. And
Lorelei Jones threw the ball in that time for TFCA.
we'll see if the Royals can capitalize. Nice hustle.
Oh,
there to
they
keep the
saved that
in.
ball. Wow. Number 2 is Sophia Linwick for TFCA. She was on that play.
Warhawks doing what we've seen them do before, which is just play it patiently, just play it through the lines. A lot of those players are good with both feet, which is really just, that makes all the difference, especially at this level in the girls' game, is just being able to feel comfortable with the ball on your left and right foot.
I think that went off of Gilbert. Corner kick for the Warhawks. They lay it short. And I guess that's a shot on goal.
Yeah, that was
well
Cameron
wide.
Crump. I believe she just maybe leaned back a little too much and kind of shanked that a little bit. There's Tori Skaggs, number 7, being the distributor, playing through the center. She's got a shot on goal.
Oh, nice stop by Hansen.
Yeah, that was nice, and that one almost snuck by her. You could tell it was just about out of her grasp, but she holds on to it and keeps goal off the board.
Here's another look.
Some nice 1-2 play over there on the left side by Great Crossing, looking for somebody with that cross and thinking, they said she was out.
Offside?
I thought she might have been offside in the build-up, and I think that's where they're pointing to. So yeah, I think that was the call. Might have been a little late of a flag there. Is there some discussion? Someone on the far side, but. Yeah, at first I thought number 32 there, Julia Baker, was offside in that build-up. Great Crossing starting to pry a little bit deeper into the Royals side of the field now. Nice hesitation and step over. That'll be a throw for the Royals.
Good job by Gilbert to clear it out. She's knocked to the ground.
Great Crossing taking the free kick now, and shot from distance takes a deflection, but almost landed in the path of Seton Hawkinsmith, the senior. Number 3 playing up top now for the Warhawks. Now Great Crossing trying to switch the field. Here's Julia Baker. That's Cameron Crump playing it out wide. It's laid off, and swinging a foot at it and not making connection was Kendall Crump.
There'll be more with it now. Trying to make something happen. She's going to get the throw in. Yes, no?
No.
No. Off her foot. Okay.
Just kind of ran out of real estate. If you're just now joining us, you missed a good one in the boys' side of the district tournament tonight. Frankfort High coming out victorious against Western Hills, 3-2 the final. That was by one of the better games as far as just competitiveness, playing all the way up until the end, that I've seen in the years that I've been doing the broadcasting in this tournament.
Isabella Sweezy with a throw in to Moore. Takes it to the corner, trying to center it. Unable to do so. Goal kick for the Lady Warhawks.
Yeah, some nice work by Isabella Sweezy there to just kind of try to manufacture space enough to chip it into the center of the box, and just really the room she had to work in was always kind of closing down. Wonderful through ball out to the corner.
Baker tracks it down, centers it.
Nice ball by Baker. Had a lot of pace on it, just nobody able to get their foot to it. Great Crossing just not able to fashion a shot out, but they've had plenty of looks at goal. Still looking to open up the scoring here in the 14th minute. I believe that's Seton Hawkinsmith over on the corner. As much praise as I gave the Great Crossing uniforms from an aesthetic perspective, the numbers are a little challenging for us at our broadcasting vantage point here to read under the lights with the white trim over them, but the white trim's really all that's giving us a chance.
Oh, nice footwork there.
Yeah, that's Tori Skaggs. Still with the chance. Here comes Baker. Warhawks will reset. Nice 1-2 game there.
Could be trouble.
And that is our opening goal. That's Kendall Crump. Chalk up another one for the leading goal scorer, and I believe that ties her, or yeah, that ties her for leading goal scorer of the season with her opponent in this game,
Abby Moore.
Abby Moore.
They both now have 20.
And that's a wonderful setup. That's exactly how you draw it up. And
good cross there by Meredith Turner, number 24.
That's what you call walking it in. And if you're coaching your team to pass and move, that is the ideal of what you want. Wonderful team goal there by the Warhawks.
Abby Moore with it. But it's 1-on-5. And it's going to be a Royals throw in, I think. No, did they save it? I think they did save it. Warhawks with the ball.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where on turf, you mentioned the ball rolling true. I think the expectation for us watching so many years on grass is that the ball would just sort of like roll out and die there, but it doesn't do that on turf.
Oh, another shot into the corner. Was that Crump again? It
That
was.
is Crump, and that is her 21st of the season in short succession, and that is why she has 21 goals, Clint. That's a fantastic finish with the left foot. Look at the placement on this.
Yes, right in the corner. Hansen gave a good effort, but couldn't really stop that.
Yeah, and everybody, that's when you're playing the body across the ball across your body like that. When you're playing the ball across your body like that, you catch all the defenders' momentum heading in the opposite direction. If you can get the kind of placement on it that you need, really, you've almost, it's almost harder not to score at that point. Great crossing. Took them a little bit, but they're up and running now. Warhawks are really starting to pour on the pressure.
Yeah, their passing has been stellar, really. And there's another shot on the goal. Hansen able to knock it out, but that'll be a corner.
Yeah, I think she might have thought that was going to roll out wide, but again, ball rolling true on the turf. It was probably going to hit the post, and at that point,
I think
the English might have actually carried, the English carried it, could carry that anywhere, really. Great crossing now, just kind of picking their spots and picking apart this Frankfort Christian defense. And, we've played nearly 17 minutes here. I think maybe some tired legs on the part of the Royals. Their bench only goes about half as deep as Great Crossings.
Yes.
And I think this is the part of the game, and of course we haven't seen subs in masse yet, but it could be coming as stop again there by Ella Hansen.
She was fortunate that a Warhawk player wasn't crashing the goal.
Hansen has had a pretty busy last 7 or 8 minutes. Shot is setting up, and
Skaggs hits it over the goal.
You could tell Skaggs was just kind of waiting on that to see if it was going to set up for her to hit that one-time shot with the left foot. Just never really got there. We're going to have a wave of new Warhawks coming into the game here as Emma King is going to come in, number 6.
Yeah, I think Finley Eisen, number 4, also into the game, I think. Or she may have already been into the game. I just saw number 4. And yeah, you're right. Great Crossing has about 25 girls on their roster, and Frankfort Christian has about, I'm going to say 15. So
and you know as well as I do the amount of girls that you have on your roster versus the amount of girls you are going to see any kind of, significant time differs. As diving to make that save is Ella Hansen.
Uh-oh.
Hansen just has to come out and get anything to it, and nice job of her to get back in front of her goal.
Yes.
Because you can tell what the idea was there for Great Crossing. When Hansen had to make the initial save, the goal was left wide open. She really had to hustle to get back for that. Warhawks really have turned up the heat here in the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
2-0 is your score, and arguably it could have been about 3 or 4 more the way they've been attacking that Frankfort Christian side of the field.
Yes, Frankfort Christian really hasn't had the ball much on the other side of the pitch so far tonight. I think they may have had 1 shot on goal, but that's about it.
We've got Audrey Addington coming into the game, as you may have heard the announcer say. The junior, as well as number 38, Peyton Broadus, also a junior. And
there's a look at Kaylin Crump, 16.
Nice turn and shot, nearly sneaking that into the far post. That would have been a goal to remember. And that was Kendall Crump again. She's only a freshman too. She's gonna be some kind of player by the time she gets to the latter part of her Great Crossing career. That is a wonderfully placed cross that just can't be turned into goal by Kaylin Crump. But Great Crossing, one thing I noticed, and it was particular on that play, just watch how they move without the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Always in motion, always moving as a pack. And when they have possession, they always know basically what their options are and where they would, it's almost kind of like a quarterback checking off the reads. You've got option A, option B. They always know where they want to go with the ball, and they're pretty efficient in getting there.
They'll probably ever leave early because they can't be on the other side of the field. Just that in.
Frankfort Christian just needs to try to get the ball out of their half a little bit and rest some of those legs of the defenders. When you're chasing like that, it does tend to wear you out.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Lady Warhawks' ball handling skills. Another cross to the middle, another shot on goal, but this one also wide to the left.
Yeah, it's just target practice at this point for Great Crossing. And, you said it, those on-ball skills, and where that really comes out is like what are your first touches? their first touch always sets up their next touch. And that's just, it takes confidence to get to that point. It takes just a lot of being well drilled and knowing exactly what you're aiming to accomplish.
Emma King was the person that took the shot on goal.
Right there by Julia Baker, the senior. Nice step back, plays the back heel to herself and gets the team back into attack. Of course, our thanks to everybody at Great Crossing, who's the host of this tournament. And we always like to take the gang on tour, and they've been hospitable hosts to us. It's easy for me to say, but we appreciate them allowing us to bring this tournament to them, and hopefully, along with our people watching here in town on Cable 10 and on YouTube, we've got some Warhawk faithful watching us as well.
There's a whistle, I'm not sure.
I think maybe shaken up over there a little bit. Or no, we had a substitution coming apparently. Might be one of the first Frankfort Christian substitutions we've seen. Wasn't able to pick up what happened there.
I didn't see her number.
Nah, that was Sophia Linwick.
Yeah, but I think
she
was already
started
in the game, yeah.
The freshman. Should say that 4 freshmen on this team, all of whom are starting, including the goalkeeper, Ellie Gilbert. Or excuse me, not Ella Hansen.
Yeah.
Ellie.
Uh-oh. Trouble again. That's just kicked out by Hansen. And that one is going to be wide.
Yeah, Emma King there with the run through and just never really could get solid possession of it. The touch to take it past the defender and just kind of overran the ball a little bit and was almost trying to shovel it in, just never could really get solid contact.
Julia Baker with the second shot on goal, and you see her leaving the game right now. And into the contest is Sydney Keister,
Number 34, Madison Tapple.
a senior for the Lady Warhawks. That will be a factor most definitely as this game progresses, because having fresh legs come in is really helpful at times.
Yeah, and this is really the point as a coach. You want to start to get some of those substitutions in about the 20 to 15 minute mark in the first half. Keep those legs fresh for the second. And that one caroms off the goalkeeper, still alive.
Good effort by Ella Hansen.
Yeah, she missed the initial save, but on the deflection, able to wrap it up. That was a nice shot from distance there by Bailey Maxwell, the junior.
And Kendall Crump was ready to
that is
take advantage.
That's the sign of a goal scorer right there. Always senses an opportunity like a bloodhound.
Cleared out by the Royals. That was Ellie Gilbert, number 14. We see number 8 in there also. It's Aubrey McReynolds. Our ball boys on the other side taking a break, looks like.
That's what they should have, ball girls.
Yeah, get the job done.
Great Crossing still piling on the pressure here. This is a good opportunity for Coach Klein over there for Great Crossing, Trevor Klein, to get some minutes for some of the players on his team who maybe don't get as much clock throughout the season.
In defense, I think, was number 10, Vassie Angela Polos.
This is an interesting situation too, because Great Crossing, clearly the team that they're playing like they should be about 5 or 6 goals up, but this is still, I mean, this is still within striking distance.
Yeah, a two-point lead is not insurmountable. We saw it in the first game. I mean, Western Hills scored 2 goals back-to-back early in the first half, and then, Frankfort High came back, tied it up, and then with the eventual win, 3-2.
Yeah, if you're just joining us now, Kendall Crump, who you just saw on the isolation there, the close-up shot, her 2 goals are the difference in this game, and those 2 are goals number 20 and 21 for her on the season. So she continues her impressive output.
Here's Kaylee Tyson into the game for the Warhawks. I think they're calling, what, a handball there maybe? It'd be a free kick for TFCA regardless.
Crossing, not letting up in the slightest. Every single heavy touch, every single ball that's a little bit misplayed for Frankfort Christian, the Warhawks are right on top of it. And generally, they get a foot to it and head towards that Frankfort Christian goal. There's a through ball, just kind of bounced off the feet of the Great Crossing right winger there.
Frankfort Christian just, they don't quite have the ball control that Great Crossing has. Number 3 is a quick look at Abriana Sutherland.
That's on the Royals, just kind of platooning to kick that one out.
23, Aubrey Addington into the game for the Warhawks. She subbed in a few minutes back. Moore gets it deep in the Warhawk side of the pitch, but Great Crossing easily recovers. Okay, now if they can just hold on to the ball a little bit here. Moore trying to track it down, unable to do so. Throw in for the Lady Warhawks.
Well, we've got a second. We'll give a shout out to some of our sponsors for the Game of the Week coverage of the 41st District Girls Soccer Tournament. Thanks to David Tools Auto Pro Tire and Auto Service. Also want to thank Serafini Restaurant. Let's thank our replay sponsor, Whitehead Hancock Plumbing, and stay with us at halftime for the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show. We'll have some highlights and some discussion of what we've seen in the preceding 30 minutes and in the next 8 minutes and 38 seconds.
Throw in, Great Crossing. There's a look at Ellie Gilbert, number 14.
Some space to operate there for Kaylin Crump. She's going to take the right-footed shot from way out.
Yeah, Lorelei Jones took the brunt of that one.
Kendall Crump with the first-time shot. Nice job getting down to make the save there by Ella Hansen, who's had a lot of work, been called into duty a lot here in the latter part of this first half.
Doing a great job, though, so far. And this is a pretty young team for Frankfort Christian. I mean, you know, I think they have 3 seniors on the team.
They're getting a lot of, there's a lot of Royals faithful in the crowd too, and they're making their voices heard. And it's got to be cool for them to see their team make it out of that play-in round.
Shot by King, picked up by the keeper.
Here's the 3 ball. Just you think about Great Crossing, you know, they're up 2-0 right now, but the amount of goals they would have if just one touch had gone a different direction or one pass had gotten there a little bit faster. This one's going to fall to the far side, and again, that's just an example of a great look at goal that just kind of, it looks like it might have taken a little bit of a hop before it got to her.
It's Addington with the shot on goal.
She can see the humor in it.
Has Frankfort Christian made a sub yet? Does have.
I don't think so. I don't recall seeing one.
Right, so either. There's Finley Heisen, number 4. For the Lady Warhawks. The Frankfort Christian just get a little bit of offense going here. They've had the pressure applied almost the entire first half. Hanson with the goal kick, but she kicks it right to a Lady Warhawk, who kicks it right back to her. Boost that one a little bit further.
We've just gone over the 5-minute remaining mark here, so first half winding to a close. It's really been all Great Crossing, but the scoreline really kind of, it flatters Frankfort Christian a little bit, but you know that you can only defend against what's in front of you, and they're still in this game.
Yes, they are.
They really need some more of this, though, just to get any kind of possession and give your team a chance to have a little bit of the ball instead of just constantly running around and defending. Just running out of space that time.
Great Crossing is the 4th-seeded team in the region, and Frankfort Christian, you know, still well in this contest.
And with an 8-2 record in the region, their prospects of, should they go on to be victorious here tonight, which is, you know, let's face it, probably the likely scenario. There's still a lot of game left to be played, but they're really, you gotta like their chances coming up in regional tournament play.
I agree.
Because this team looks pretty locked in, and they've pretty much gotten whatever they've wanted on the opposing end of the field.
Ellie Gilbert throws it in.
Just really have done everything but put the ball in the back of the net. And that's where, you know, the difference comes in. You see that ball bounced over to a Great Crossing player, and she has the confidence to back that out and try to reset instead of just taking a wild swing at it.
That's Kaylin Crump, the junior, that shot on goal. But again, Hanson there to scoop it up.
And a lot of that is just Hanson being in the right position before the ball is kicked, and, you know, just watching the play well.
Yeah, I think that shows she's been well coached somewhere down the line.
I like this little thing that I've seen Great Crossing do a few times where they play the ball kind of out, you know, to the about a third of the way into the opposing half, they'll have that player that's just almost running that diagonal shuttle run from midfield all the way to the corner, and they're waiting for that run to get just on the shoulder of the last defender, and they play that through ball out to the corner. It's really worked out well for them a couple of times. That's one thing about great crossing. I mentioned earlier, they're always running off the ball. Those runs without the ball, kind of the third man running type of thing. You see it right there with, I believe that was Sidney Keister making the run on the far side.
Okay, here we got some action for Frankfort Christian.
Maybe in a little bit too much of a hurry there was Frankfort Christian. I know, you're down 2-0 and you haven't had much of the ball. You just want to try to get it as close to the goal as quickly as you can, but unfortunately the result is kind of the same either way there. Great crossing, just taking it from you whenever they really want to.
Minute to go, and this is,
there you go. The Royals have a throw in, and anything can happen here.
Well, I think if the Royals can get out of this first half being down only 2-0, I think Coach Daniel Moore will be happy.
Yeah, I think they've certainly acquitted themselves well so far. They've really stood tall under a lot of pressure and a lot of attack, kind of a relentless attack by great crossing ever since the Warhawks kind of got into gear at about the 12-minute mark of this game.
Nice save by Hansen, diving there.
Yeah, chalk another one up that she's just completely taken off the scoreboard that really should have been a goal.
I'll say it right now. I don't pick the tournament team, but I think she should be on it.
And that goal wouldn't have counted, but goes wide anyway.
First half comes to a close. Great Crossing with a 2-0 lead. We'll come back with the Master Jewelers, what am I trying to say?
Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show. I'll give you the assist here, Clint.
Thank you. Halftime show when we were coming up.
Here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week halftime show is brought to you by Classic Gold. Art-carved class rings are available at Classic Gold Master Jewelers on 859 East Main Street in Frankfort.
Classic Gold Master Jewelers has an amazing selection of jewelry that anyone will love. Classic Gold also provides custom services like pearl restringing, engraving, watch repair, ring resizing, and custom designs. Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
Welcome back, folks, to the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show. There, I said
Precision.
it without flubbing it up. This is a contest between the number 1 seed, Great Crossing, and the number 4 seed, Frankfort Christian Academy, and the 4th best team in the region. And we kind of expected that Great Crossing would handle Frankfort Christian, but so far, Lady Royals hanging in there, man.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that credit for that goes to that last line of defense for the Lady Royals, Ella Hansen, who's stepped up and made a lot of big saves. Of course, there's no saving that one from about 2 feet out, especially when you have the top goal scorer in the region, or in the district, rather.
And maybe the region, too, for all we know.
Yeah, it could be.
I would say there's not many girls with 21 goals on the season.
That's just a fantastic finish at any level. Playing across your body, giving the goalkeeper no chance.
And she's just a freshman, too.
But now we see some of the heroics of Hansen, and really that is I would almost say the biggest reason, if not the sole reason, that this scoreline is still Great Crossing 2, Frankfort Christian 0.
That's right. They're staying in it. Staying in it. Well, folks, we're going to step aside here for a little bit. Stay with us. We'll have the second half after these commercial sponsors say a few things to you.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher. Choose local realtors that treat you like family because real estate is what we do and families are why we do it. Reach out to the Hubbard team for all your real estate needs.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Raymond James. Since 1996, the Current family and Raymond James have been committed to helping our community achieve their financial goals and needs. Raymond James, life well planned. Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
and families are why we do it.
A law partner rediscovers her grandmother's artistry and establishes a charitable trust to keep the craft alive for generations to come. From preserving a cultural tradition to leaving a legacy, a Raymond James financial advisor gets to know you, your passions, and the way you enrich your community. Life well planned.
Game of the Week is brought to you by One Stop Automotive. One Stop Auto wishes all teams a great year. Make us your one stop for fair and dependable service. Ask about our 1-year guarantee.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Traditional Bank. When your business is looking to win, with tough competition around every corner, you need high performers backing you up. Traditional Bank's local team will stand by your side as a trusted partner, your friendly neighbor, and your biggest fan. It's time to make the switch. Traditional Bank, member FDIC.
One Stop Automotive does it all. From oil changes to air conditioning, engine and transmission repair to tires and brakes, One Stop Automotive has you covered with their 1-year, 12,000-mile warranty on parts and labor. One Stop Automotive is ready to serve you with professional and dependable auto care at fair prices. Let One Stop Automotive be your one and only stop for all of your auto repair and maintenance needs. Locally owned and operated since 2022.
I'm Sarah Neely. I'm the financial manager at Mill Ridge Farm. Whenever you transition financial institutions, there's a tremendous amount of paperwork involved. Traditional Bank streamlined this paperwork and they just made it very simple. Traditional Bank is a locally owned bank that allows us to operate on an international platform. They make my life better, they make my job easier, and they make Mill Ridge a better place.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
David Toll's Auto Pro customers can't go anywhere without him. No matter where life takes you, the David Toll's Auto Pro nationwide warranty is by your side.
Welcome to Serafini, where dining is an experience. From our friendly service to our mouth-watering daily specials, pastas and salads, to our made-to-order, carefully crafted cocktails. Our goal is to give you a relaxing, casual atmosphere to enjoy lunch or dinner in historic downtown Frankfort. We also have a private dining room available for wedding rehearsals, private dinners, cocktail parties, or any other function. Visit us today at Serafini, where great food, drinks, and company come together.
Welcome back, folks. The second half coming up here. Clint Goins, John Piesheimer with you. There's a look at Ella Hansen. She's had quite the workout in the first half. And, you know, John, I'm just thinking that TFCA has done a good job so far plugging the dike, but eventually the dam's got to break. You know, how long can they hold off the Lady Warhawks of Great Crossing?
Yeah, Clint, I mean, a team with this kind of attacking prowess with Great Crossing, it's just kind of a time bomb. And, you know, you saw a little bit of flash of it from especially our goal scorer right there.
That's Kendall Crump.
Kendall Crump. How could I forget that name? She is the leading goal scorer in the 41st District on the back of the 2 goals she has so far tonight. And really, Great Crossing had so many attempts at goal, especially once that first one went in. It was just kind of one-way traffic for that entire first half. And really, it's to the credit of Frankfort Christian that they were able to hold strong as long as they have. And you could kind of see when, you know, we had a little bit of a shot of it as we closed out the first half and the Lady Royals were sort of walking off the field. As we've got another shot here, I'll hold off on that anecdote. But you could kind of see as the Lady Royals were walking off the field, you never want to say that a team's just happy to be there, but I do believe those young women they're really just having a blast being out there, having one more game, playing as a team, and you can kind of tell they were really happy with the fact that they are holding the #1 seed in this tournament to 2 goals. When you look at the scoreline of their previous contest, I mean, they were flirting with the mercy rule.
Yeah, lost 8-0, so they've, you know, it's some people say there's no such thing as a moral victory, but I think right now that's you know what they have is that they're doing a good job by hanging in there against a really good team that's only lost 3 matches all year long. And here's their big goal scorer, Abby Moore. She's got 19 goals on the season. Unfortunately, they had a hard time getting her the ball. And a corner kick for Frankfort High.
Frankfort Christian High?
Or Frankfort Christian.
Oh, I do that. I've been worried sick about that. I wasn't trying to correct you. I promise.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Glad you did.
I can't tell you how many times over the course that I've been doing these games that I've mislabeled the county teams, and thankfully everyone for the most part has been a good sport about it.
Get players mixed up.
That was a nice ball in there on the corner, just nobody there to meet it for Frankfort Christian. Now the counter is on for Great Crossing.
Here they come. Uh-oh. Can Gilbert get back and get it out of there?
That was a nice, just last-ditch effort to touch that away, but still under threat. I believe even if that had been on the frame of goal, I didn't see it. Ella Hansen gave all of herself to that one. Let's take another look at it. I was not sure that Seton Hockendsmith with the right-footed shot, excuse me, that was Bailey Maxwell, the junior. I read 3 as a 2, but Ella Hansen completely laying out for that, and I guess she did get a touch to it because it went out for a corner.
Yes.
Boy, Hansen's had a game tonight. It's a nice cross in. Really, anybody in a green shirt could have touched that and knocked it into the back of the nylon. Yeah, let's take a look at the replay. She's letting everybody know that
I'm good.
She took a spill, a self-induced spill, kept the ball out of the goal, and has lived to tell the tale.
Don't take me out, Coach. I'm having too much fun. And And again, she's just a freshman. A lot of young talent here tonight in this contest.
So, given that Great Crossings Field is called the Bird's Nest, do we call our engineering room here the Crow's Nest?
Well, Doug Crow is running replay tonight, so sure. Uh-oh.
Hansen, again, that looked like a knee-to-knee hit, but both players thankfully getting up.
Yes, and that's...
She had to come way off of her line to take care of that one.
Yeah, and when she's outside the 18 box, she can't touch it with her hands. Isn't that correct? Am I incorrect in that? Okay. So did a good job. And
2 times a keeper can't touch it with their hands is when they are outside of the box and when the ball is played
back to them own team, right?
Back to them with their own team with their feet. If it's played with the head, it can be touched with the hands.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew there was some reason we brought you along on this broadcast. You actually know stuff about soccer.
My endless bounty of wit notwithstanding. A lot of times you'll see, and that actually has not always been the case. You know, there were times even at the upper echelons of the sport that you could play that back pass.
Yes, I remember that from 20 years ago.
And that's
wow. My goodness.
Talk about threading the needle there. What a finish.
That is a sharp angle.
And that is the senior Julia Baker, or the junior rather. And as many point-blank shots as we've seen saved. I'm sure Ella Hansen's going to be a little frustrated for this one to have gotten past her, but that is just a perfect placement. Might have taken a little bit of a deflection that sent it near post, and you see the frustration on the face of the Royals goalkeeper there, but that'll be Julia Hansen credited with that, and Great Crossing has once again notched the scoreboard.
Meredith Turner on the assist for the Lady Warhawks.
As I was saying about the back pass rule, Clint, the fact that you could play a back pass with your feet led to some really funny own goals where guys would just try to play it to the keeper and just put their foot through at the defenders and just lace it into the back of their own net.
Oh,
I think that's
never good.
That was that rule may have been instituted just to kind of save the blushes of almost everybody on the back line of every team.
Save a lot of embarrassment.
Yeah, if you ever want to see anything entertaining, just watch defender own goals from maybe the 80s, one of these compilations that people put on YouTube. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, nice through ball there. Great Crossing again on the attack, and Hansen can't stop that one either.
Yeah, she was kind of stuck on her line there, and there's absolutely nothing she can do about that.
Yeah, you can't help that.
The whole second half of the goal was open, and that is another goal for Kendall Crump.
That's 22 now on the year.
She's really running up the score, and kind of just like we had in the first half, we've got 2 goals in a hurry for Great Crossing, and the worry if you're Frankfort Christian is this is where it's going to start to get a little bit out of hand.
Yeah. You need to stop the bleeding.
That is actually, I mean, that's still a really calm and composed finish from Kendall Crump there, and she just had all the goal to aim at, but still deceptively difficult there to play that with the outside of your foot and to place that where she did. She got another shot at it. It's on the same as made.
Good center there by Great Crossing, but no teammate able to get to it.
Yeah, Bailey Maxwell was, that was Bailey Maxwell on the shoulder running towards it. Crump's going to take that one, just couldn't keep it down, but left-footed effort that time. I believe they're going to say that took a deflection. I thought that was, she just kind of skied it over.
I did too. Maybe Hansen got her hand up there.
I think it might have taken a deflection on the way through there, because I think it sailed pretty well over the goal before Hansen even got a chance at it.
quick short corner taken. Frankfort Christian needs to get it out of there.
There's the chip shot.
Here's
we'll
a look
take a look
at
at
it.
And yep.
Right there, yes.
Some matrix-like reflexes by the defender on the back line for Frankfort Christian, but just wasn't able to completely get out of the way.
I think that's Ellie Gilbert back there for the Royals, and also a freshman. She might be the younger center of Carter Gilbert, who was a pretty good soccer player for Frankfort High a couple of years back. I could be mistaken.
Shot with the left foot, just gonna sail a little bit wide, got under it. Just to remind you, Great Crossing on their way, if the score holds, to playing on Thursday night, where they will be taking on the Frankfort High Panthers, who took down Franklin County in the 2-3 seed matchup in our earlier game last night.
And yeah, probably the best Frankfort High girls team we've seen in several years.
It'll be interesting to see that Frankfort High team, because they are not without skilled players. It'll be interesting to see how they handle this Great Crossing attack.
That might have been our first foul of the game. You know?
I believe you have a point.
I don't think there was any called in the first half.
Lining up to take the free kick here are the Warhawks. And that is going to sail just over.
Shot just high by number 24, Meredith Turner.
So that'll bring up a goal kick for the Lady Royals. Handball.
Yeah, it's inadvertent, but it was a handball. They did gain an advantage from it. We're certainly glad everyone has tuned in to watch us tonight as we give you this coverage of the semifinal on night 2 of the girls' 41st District Soccer Tournament. And make sure you tune in Thursday night, where weather permitting, and it looks like we're going to have clear weather all week, fingers crossed, we will have both championship games.
Oh, nice pass here.
Hawkinsmith just tried to kind of dink it into that corner, and another great job by Ella Hansen to kind of keep this from getting out of hand.
I guess they're saying she touched that. I'm not sure. Let's see on the replay here. And yep, she did. Hit the post and hit her leg.
And that's one of those nightmare situations for a goalkeeper where you're doing everything you're supposed to do and the ball just caroms off poorly. Thankfully for Ella Hansen, that bounced outside the frame of goal. We've seen a lot of those deflect off the keeper, and the next thing they know, they're pulling it out of the back of their own net.
Oh, and another goal deflected.
That's a nice finesse shot there by Bailey Maxwell, the junior. 5-0 the score now, and I think maybe the morale is starting to drop a little bit for these Lady Royals.
Nothing Hansen could do that. I think she had it and then it was deflected off.
Well, let's take a look at this. Will be the one that tells you. Caught a little bit. Yeah, you can see the number 8 for
Aubrey McReynolds. Just off her side to throw it off the line.
Yeah, it grazed off of her, and that was enough to change the trajectory of the ball and curl it right into the near corner of the goal. 5-0 now, and this is starting to look more like the scoreline we pretty much anticipated tonight. Here's Hawkinsmith, still with it.
Oh, Hansen couldn't corral it. It'll be a corner for Great Crossing.
Not happy with themselves either. I don't think there's any quit. These Lady Royals, they want to perform at the best of their ability here. They're probably a little bit outnumbered and outbodied.
Yes.
But, I mean, they're certainly...
Frankfort Christian,
yeah, they're putting up a fight.
The smallest school in the district. In fact, they may very well have every high school girl on this team. Like, you want to attend, you've got to play soccer.
And now they're just kind of taking pot shots at that goal. I think you're going to see some great crossing player. Wow, that nearly curled its way in.
Sure did.
I think you're going to see great crossing players try to take some chances on making those late runs in and on those long shots, because as Hansen deflects those are really spilling into places that if you've got a Warhawk attacking that rebound, there's a good chance you're going to be able to just get a tap in.
Yeah, that was Kaylee Tyson with a shot on goal for the Lady Warhawks.
Warhawks so in control here, we can't even really get a replay in without missing some of the action.
They center it, and Hansen right there.
Nice save from Frankfort Christian.
That was Crump again, nearly, I should be more specific, that was Kendall Crump, nearly getting another goal.
Yes, there are 3 Crumps on the team. Hansen is racking up the saves. I would like to know how many shots on goal the Warhawks have had in this contest.
Is that your typical coffee order, 3 Crumps? Sorry, that was
off the post.
For.
Could be trouble. Oh, miss hit there by a Warhawk player, and that one is over the goal.
Yeah, just doing everything but putting the ball into the back of the net there were the Warhawks. Let's take a look at this shot, and that's Crump again with the left foot. That one actually took a deflection off of Hansen and hit the...
Yeah, had she not deflected it, it would have been a goal, probably.
Yeah, took a friendly bounce off the post. And the thing about attacking and being able to pass the ball the way that Great Crossing does is, for a team like Frankfort Christian, it really makes it hard to step up and really defend and press, because you're always leaving the risk of leaving space behind you. So all the Great Crossing players, especially when they get into the Frankfort Christian half of the field, they have so much time on the ball. And they just have time to compose themselves, get possession, and pick the right pass.
There's a look at Isabella Sweezy, one of the 3 seniors on the TFCA team.
And, you know, this is something good for the seniors as well. They can say they were the first ones.
Yeah, to make it to the semifinals.
To make it to the semifinals, and, you know, certainly for them, they didn't want to make it to the semifinals and just be victims of the mercy rule.
But you're laying a foundation.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. You can look back and say, hey, we didn't win the district, but, you know, we progressed further than any team prior to us did.
Yeah, and you look at some of the, you know, going back to our game last night, and you look at the kind of progression we've seen out of Frankfort High, where, I mean, no disrespect, but for years they were kind of the perennial back marker of the league. Like, they were always the one that was going to be mercy ruled in the first round of the tournament, and now they've got a spot in the 11th region tournament.
Yes.
And that program has really come on by leaps and bounds over the past few years, and really to have multiple programs in this district that are capable of advancing to the regional tournament, it just kind of lifts everybody. And that's where I think a team like Frankfort Christian, being able to establish a little bit of a foundation, like you said, it really does help everybody out, because it gives you better competition through the year, which makes every team better when it comes tournament time.
A rising tide floats all boats, as they say. The only way to get better is to play good teams. And you want the teams in your district to be good teams.
Because you're going to face good teams in the region.
Yes, you are.
That is a fact, especially in the 11th region of all regions.
That's a fact.
Just have a lot of good soccer, and even if you look outside the 11th region, you have the Jessamine County schools, which have always, especially West Jessamine, has almost become a powerhouse in girls soccer, and of course all the Louisville schools, and it's really good to see some of these teams. You look at the other side of the bracket, it's good to see some of these teams like Great Crossing starting to have seasons like they have and starting to kind of make a little bit of noise.
Yeah, 16-3-1 is a pretty good season.
And also just it's really nice to see some of the facilities we have for soccer in this district.
Oh yeah.
We always enjoyed going down to Capitol View Park and the Sauer Soccer Complex over there, which I still think is just a great place to watch a game. But to be able to come to a place like Great Crossing, a brand new field, brand new facilities, and then, of course, at Franklin County and Western Hills, we also have we're able to play on some nice new turfs for football, and it's really nice to see.
Yeah, this Bird's Nest complex here is, I'm sure there's a lot of small colleges that wish they had it this good.
Every time I hear Bird's Nest, I just think of one of those old, roadhouses in the South that you can go to, just like the local watering hole, where it's like they caught Waylon Jennings for speeding, but they'd let him by if he just played a set. I think kind of caught her maybe a little bit, and we'll see. I think it missed her head, thankfully. She got up pretty quickly and seems to be acknowledging she's okay. That's
Abrianna Sutherland. She's a junior.
Yeah, thankfully her arms, I believe, took a little bit of the heat off of that. I think they're going to maybe just kind of check her out and make sure everything's okay. Well, no, she's on the other side of the field. They have stopped play for a moment, but I think it was just a little bit of hesitation on the part of Frankfort Christian taking the throw. And now we're underway again.
Abby Moore creates a throw in for the Royals. And this is where they've struggled. They haven't had the ball on this side of the pitch in quite some time, and hasn't been able, when they get it over there, they can't keep it over there. And if they could just give Abby Moore a touch and some help, because she can put the ball in the back of the net.
Some nice footwork over there to beat the defender and gain a corner. And that is Kendall Crump again, I think, over there, number 18, if I'm seeing it correctly. And we're going to get a whole widespread change of the line here for Great Crossing. They're going to try to buy some minutes for their starters, as we'll see Kendall Crump take a seat. Honestly, at this point, I'd be surprised to see her come back into the game.
Addington into the game. Kaylin Crump, I think, just re-entering the game. Both of those saw action in the first half.
now the second unit here for Great Crossing is really putting the pressure on, and nobody's going to stop that from about 3 feet out. As picking up the goal there is number 16. That is Kaylin Crump.
So the Crump girls going at it. She's a junior. And yeah, when it gets that close, not a lot you can do.
And that's just a nice job of attacking the deflection, being persistent, really just taking what the defense gives you, and all within the rules of the game, and getting your reward for it. 6-0 your score. And we've got
Coach Moore coming out to talk to Ellie Gilbert, making sure she's okay.
Yeah, I think she, you know, like on that collision, she might have just, they're just checking her out, make sure she's all right. She did kind of take a little bit of a hit there, as we'll see on the replay.
Yeah, right.
I think she didn't even see Crump coming until the final little bit, and maybe just, you know, it stood her up definitely, and she went down and wasn't feeling too great about it afterward, but she seems to be up and okay.
Doing all right. She was smiling there at the end, so that's always good to see.
I was looking over at the bench for the Royals, and I'm not sure I saw anybody even on the bench. And that time, the ball kind of just played right into the hands of Ella Hansen. If you missed our game before this, it was a real barn burner between Frankfort High and Western Hills. On the boys' side of it, Western Hills coming in as the 1 seed, but falling to the Frankfort High Panthers by a score of 3-2. So Frankfort High will move on to take on Great Crossing in the boys' side of the 41st District Championship. So make sure you tune in. We'll be with you with all the action starting at 6 o'clock on Thursday. And then Friday night, football.
Yes.
Who loves you? Cable 10 loves you.
We'll be at Western Hills, and we will also have a live look-in a couple of times at the Franklin County game. I think Franklin County's taking on southwestern Pulaski County, which is a
that's going to be a really fun matchup. Let's hope whoever that camera guy is can actually figure out how to hook the thing up to get those live look-ins.
I think that's going to be you.
What? No. It'll be a really fun night of football here in town. That's a big matchup, and you know we've got big matchups at Western Hills and Franklin County, and it's really cool to be able to bring you highlights of 2 games at once, and we're happy to do it and happy that everybody tunes in to watch, and just really thrilled to be able to bring you all this great local sports action here on Cable 10.
It's going to be another corner kick here for Lady Warhawks. 15 minutes remaining, and Frankfort Christian just hoping to keep the score better than the score the last time they played Great Crossing, which was an 8-0 defeat.
Yeah, and Great Crossing has really, I mean, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. It was almost like, it almost felt like about a 6 or 7-0 game, even though the scoreline was 2-0 at halftime. Because that's how dominant Great Crossing had been. And really, that's, you know, it's kind of chalk. It's kind of what we had expected going in. But Frankfort Christian's really, really fought hard and really just kind of not wilted like I guess the one would predict based on, you know, the previous result and based on just looking up and down the roster and statistically. So I think they can take a lot of credit from this.
Yeah. They played a good game against a good team, and it's not over yet, but you know the odds are really stacked against them at this point. But Oh, my goodness.
That's a good finish.
Just as I say that.
Hansen's frustrated, but I don't think she needs to hold her head like that. There's nothing you can do about that. That was just placed perfectly.
She's had a really good game. That's just...
And the deflection just took it right into the path of Bailey Maxwell, who capitalizes, places it perfectly, and scores her second goal of the night. Seven to nothing your score, and now for Frankfort Christian, you're just hoping to hang tight. You want to just see this one out to its completion, and you don't want to be a victim of the mercy rule, and that's becoming more and more of a threat as more goals go into that.
Yes, that net. Was a fine centered ball right there, but nobody from Great Crossing in the area to take it.
Yeah, really, it's just target practice right now for the Warhawks. They're firing on all cylinders. That one nearly going in from distance. Warhawks attacking again. And just barely missing on the far post.
Ellie Gilbert also working hard back there on the defense for Lady Royals.
Yeah, that's a tough one because Hansen's got to go after that, but it was just a little bit out of her reach, and it left the goal wide open. Luckily for the Royals, they recovered on that occasion.
Abby Moore can't keep it in play.
When we talk about Abby Moore, she has had a remarkable season for Frankfort Christian. She's going to, considering, or provided she doesn't pop up with another one, she'll end the season with 20 goals and 6 assists. That's really good production, and for her coming in as a sophomore, she's going to have a lot more games like this. So
yes,
the future's bright.
I am fairly certain in saying that Great Crossing is the toughest team they have faced all year long. Now, Garrett County beat them also 7-3, but their worst defeat was to the hands of Great Crossing here on this field. We look there at Sophia Lindwick, number 2 for the Lady Royals. So that's why Moore hasn't had a whole lot of touches tonight, is that,
all the action's on the opposite side of the field. She's been kind of isolated. That's a wonderful play right there. Just a fantastic ball in by Maxwell, or I believe that was number 21 with the cross.
Emma King with the goal.
Emma King popping up for the goal, number 6, and I want to see that again. I think that was Bailey Maxwell, actually, number 4 there, and everybody's really happy for Emma King. And we are going to, I think, is that the mercy rule now, is 8-0?
It's 8,
yeah.
Maybe so.
Teams making their way to the benches. That might be all she wrote for this one, and if so, that would be a final of 8-0 to Great Crossing, and for the Warhawks, what a goal to end it on.
Yeah, wow. Well, folks, Great Crossing is a good team. We just saw it tonight. Frankfort Christian got nothing to hang their heads about. They made it to the semifinals and had their best year so far in their young existence. So stick around. We're going to have the Esprit Credit Union play of the game, and there's several to pick from, I can tell you that. And that'll be when we return here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
The Game of the Week Play of the Game is brought to you by Esprit Credit Union. Esprit Credit Union wishes all our local teams a great season. Show your local spirit with a spirited debit card featuring your school colors and mascot. Open an Esprit Spirited account today and let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by NCUA.
Esprit Credit Union wishes all our local teams a great season. Score $5 for the high school of your choice simply by opening a Spirited account featuring your school colors and mascot on your debit card. Show your support. Flyers, Panthers, or Wolverines. Who will raise the most? Go to Spree.org today. Choose wisely. Western Hills, Franklin County, Frankfort High. Let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back, folks, to the Bird's Nest, the site of the 41st District Girls Soccer Tournament, where Great Crossing just defeated the Frankfort Christian Lady Royals 8-0, your final score here at the Bird's Nest. Now it's time for the Spree Credit Union play of the game, and there were lots of plays, but this is the one right here. This is the third goal, which is the one that finally, Frankfort Christian was hanging tough 2-0, but after that one,
the wheels kind of came off.
The dam burst at that point.
And that's a fantastic. That's what they were going to have to do. I think that at that point to beat Ella Hansen over there in the Frankfort Christian goal, because she'd had so many good saves up until that point, but that shot, Julia Baker really just threading the needle, and that, as you said, was really where this thing started to get out of hand.
Well, the Lady Royals have nothing, as I said before, to hang their heads about. They had a really good year. They finished the year at 7-9-1, but they defeated Western Hills not once but twice this year, and they were the fourth seed in the district tournament, not the fifth seed, and they made it to the next round, first time in school history, and things really look up from here. They're going to lose three seniors: Isabella Sweezy, Caitlin Gilbert, and there was another one, Meredith Murphy. Unfortunately, they just played their last high school game, but they got a lot of young talent coming back, and they should be looking forward to next year. High hopes for the Lady Royals next season. Great Crossing, of course, moves on to the championship game. They have been in the championship game every year the school has been in existence, and they take on the Frankfort High Lady Panthers, who I think it's the first time they've ever been in the district championship game. That will take place at 8 o'clock on Thursday night, and before that, we'll have at 6 o'clock the boys district championship. For John Piesheimer, I'm Clint Goins. Thank you for watching the Cable 10 Game of the Week. See you on Thursday.